Don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Yeah, so you need to really be clear. Clarity is everything. Don't be all over the place. So you need to be clear. So say, okay, to start this freelancing income stream, you might even still be doing your care work or customer service job, whatever it is you're doing just to pay the bills to make ends meet. Be doing that on the side. The beautiful thing about freelancing is very flexible. So you can get a gig and you're working in your own time. As long as you're delivering the client's request, you're meeting the client, whatever it is the client has asked you to do. They're not going to come and ask you that you must work 9 to 5. No, it doesn't, it's not that way. So that gives you flexibility to still do your 9 to 5, that's what it is, or your shift work, and you're still freelancing. One, you're earning additional income stream and you are gaining experience and confidence, which you can then put together as a portfolio to apply for job. Now, you now also, once you have this, you're clear about that niche area that you want to focus on, whether you want to start pitching yourself as a UX UI designer, you want to pitch yourself as a project manager for whatever, maybe website builds, you can decide to niche down depending on what you have done before, depending on different projects that you've worked on before. You can begin to say, okay, I will put myself out there, for these particular type of jobs, and you will get them, right? So niching down is good to start. Then who do you want to serve? Your ideal client, what industries? Again, are you looking at small businesses, micro entrepreneurs, or startups? Is important also because that would also help you to niche well, and it then will reflect on what it is that you are putting out there as your what do you call it, when you're sending your proposal. So there is what I'm calling the Sterling Freelance Framework. This is a system that I will teach for those who want to get on to our freelancing coaching program. So basically, it's just, turning your training into services. Clients don't buy certificates. I had to put that there. It's not about I have five, six, I've done this certification here and there. If I went on a freelance platform today and I say, oh, I need a freelancer, and you'd send me certificates, I will not hire you because I don't care about certificates. I want to see what you have done. I want to see your portfolio. I want to see what you have done over time. So it's not about certificates, right? So that's one thing. Then the second thing is it's about how you position yourself. Positioning is everything. Like they say, packaging is everything. You don't just say, oh, I just finished a boot camp. I always say to my guys in the boot camp, in the Sterling book, and I say, stop saying that. You've got to say, what value have you added? Example I put there, you say, I help organizations improve their processes and deliver projects successfully. Positioning is what changes everything in today's world. It's not just selling yourself short, right? Even if all you have is that bootcamp experience. Then step three of what you need to do, you look at your portfolio and proof. I've mentioned that again. Even if you have case studies, simulated projects you've worked on, volunteer work that you've worked on, personal projects, boot camps, you need a portfolio. There's nobody that is going to hire a freelancer that doesn't have a portfolio. There is nobody. And the portfolio doesn't have to be, oh, I need to start worrying about building a website and all of that. It could be just a one page, which again, I teach during that weekend intensive coaching program, which I'm going to tell you about shortly. So a portfolio, anybody who's going onto a freelancing platform will want to see. Recently, I had one of our external clients say they want to build an app. And so we were trying to get a team to build the app. And they said, can you send us links to, some past work from this person that I was trying to recommend to them? So every time there must be a portfolio. There must be a proof that you can do the job. That's what your CV is really for when you're applying for jobs, isn't it? So they want to see your CV and then they'll interview you and then you have got to be able to convince them that yes, you have done this thing. But for freelancing is a portfolio. And that portfolio is something that we develop and we help you work with if you join the weekend intensive coaching program, which we'll be talking about. So showcasing your skills is important. These are just a few. There's several things that you can use. There is Gamma. Gamma is very popular. A lot of people use Gamma now because it's easy, it's very intuitive. You can build a one-page portfolio using your Gamma app, and it will be stunning, very what do you call it, very clean. and responsive and modern. So that again is something you could use. You could use, also behind. So this is again is another app that you could use for those who have UX UI portfolio packaging. There are apps as well that you could use, and maybe GitHub for those of you who have maybe the software development skill or experience that you're trying to package, or you build your own website. These days, AI has made it super easy for anybody to be able to build a website. But one thing you must have is a portfolio. And then visibility. You can have this skill, this experience, this beautiful portfolio, but you've got to showcase it. You've got to be visible. So you have to be on these platforms that I've been told. We'll go and look at one shortly. So you can't stay in your house and say, I have all this experience and skill, or I've been able to put together a portfolio. They're not going to come to your house to offer you the job. So you've got to be visible. So you have to be on these freelancing platforms. You've got to network. You've got to look at your personal brand. You've got to reach out, right? So it's very important as well. So that will now lead to client acquisition. If you are now out there, you are making direct outreaches, you are putting yourself out on those platforms, you are bidding for those jobs. And again, I must tell you that you don't have to feel 100% confident. If you look at that job that was advertised on any of these freelancing platforms and you're like, I can do this thing, or I can learn as I go, or if I have something that is similar to what I've done before, you pitch for it, right? So these are just different ways that you can start acquiring clients, right? So let's look at a realistic timeline. So first of all, you want to look at how do you set up your positioning. So set up being on these platforms, getting your profile set up, get your portfolio organized. You pull all that you can. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Anybody who joined when they saw income stream thought, oh, I was going to say, just click on this link and you start earning money. You know that there's nothing like a free lunch these days. So there is work to be done. You've got to put the work in. You've got to position yourself. You've got to set up on this platform, put the portfolio together, and then you start getting out there, right? Then you get your first client within the first 30 days, and I can tell you it is possible. It's just you put yourself out there, you get your portfolio, and you hang around these platforms. You're checking all the time, just as you would do when you're applying for jobs. You're going onto these job boards, you're looking for adverts, and you can apply. That's the same way. Nobody's going to hand it out to you. If you jumped on this call thinking it was going to be an easy one, sorry to disappoint you, you still have to work. And within the next, say, first 30 to 60 days, you can get your first client, and then consistent opportunities. Once you have been able to deliver well, you'll see that clients will be coming back, and then on those platforms, they'll be able to, because they will get the reporting of how well you've done. They can rate you, give you 4 star, 5 star, and you also will put the link to your portfolio, links to jobs that you have done before. I always click on that when I'm looking for freelancers. So these are all the things that we help you within the weekend intensive that we're doing next week. So if that's something that is of interest to you. So let me try to address some fears. You might be like, oh, I'm not ready. It feels like it's going to be hard. I'm shy. I don't know enough. I don't have enough experience. I don't have time. These are normal, but they shouldn't stop you. So imagine if you're sitting down and saying, I don't have time, and before you know it, another month is gone and nothing has changed. And yet you're applying for the jobs and the jobs are not coming, and you have not even explored getting on the freelance platform. So instead of staying stuck there, why don't you take a chance on yourself? You're feeling like I'm not confident. Confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes after action. So you have got to take the action, and over time, once you have done it once, like I say to those in the boot in our boot camp, we say for interviews, people feel like, oh, it's difficult. I stutter at my first interview call, and I say that the first one can be tricky. You might stutter, it's okay, but by the time you're taking the next call, I can tell you that you'll be better. You sound more confident and more believable. So the point here is action is what builds confidence. Staying in your room will not give you confidence, but putting yourself out there, trying things, making mistakes, learning from your mistakes, developing yourself, practicing, like they say, practice makes perfect. So staying at home and feeling stuck will not give you confidence, but putting yourself out. A true story. I just helped someone over the weekend, which I mean also had experience, knowledge. So this is somebody who had been through this journey herself, and she was able to develop recipes for people who are going through perimenopause and menopause. And we were able to work together to get her portfolio set up. And she actually launched two digital products and already has made a sale within a number of days. And that could be your story. Now, this, I remember when I first met her, she was like, oh, I don't know. I don't have confidence. I'm like, well, you've just got to put yourself out there. Okay, so before I come to this one, so before we go to one of the examples which I promised, I think we're doing well for time. From our bootcamp to freelancing income um, coaching program, which some people have already signed up for because we did this last month and they're waiting. We're starting next month. So let me tell you what this intensive is about. I've told you about the things that you would need to become a freelancer. In these 2 days, and that's why it's not a long term, it's something that you can get your results immediately. Across 2 days to 2 weekends, you now will help you, will work with you. We're not going to do it for you, we work with you. So, like the example I gave, we were on the call for 8 hours. So, 4 hours a day, 4 hours another day. And by the time she was done, and the people that were on there, we had their first website, portfolio site launched, two digital products launched, and she made her sale. This person, this example I used, was already making her first sale in a matter of days. So for this bootcamp as well, no, sorry, not bootcamp, intensive, it is intensive. It's not for people who want to just, look, right? We work with you to create your freelance offer. We work with you to know what niche you need to focus on based on the experience and the skills that you have. We'll help you to work to get your positioning right. We'll look at, okay, do you need to optimize on LinkedIn or any of these platforms? We'll also help you work to get that portfolio like I've been talking about. There is no freelancing business or business owner or service provider that can thrive or earn without a portfolio. So this is something that we'll work with you to say, okay, how can we even leverage different AI tools and quick tools to help you create your portfolio that by the end of the 2 days, you are live. Your what do you call it, your profile is ready and you can start bidding for jobs. And we'll give you different templates, outreach scripts, will help you to start client conversations, all of that crafted within these 2 weeks. And you'll be able to set up your own profile. Now, who is this for? It is if you finished if you finished the bootcamp or not, or you are stuck in job applications, you want income and experience, and you want to build confidence. So you have been applying for jobs, you have applied for 50, 100, 150 jobs, and you haven't secured one. And maybe you have managed to secure an interview, and the feedback is, oh, we went with somebody with more experience. You cannot remain stuck there. Now you can carry on applying for jobs, but why don't you apply for jobs and also explore freelancing to give you that additional experience which they're looking for, in the market space or place, right? So it's a two-way thing. You're getting additional experience, but you're also earning. You're not freelancing for free. You're freelancing and you're still earning, and you want to build confidence. So this is for you. Now, during these 2 days, so it's a weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we do it for 4 hours. We just finished last one. And then Sunday, another 4 hours. And we work with you, all the things I've mentioned. You also have your freelance starter toolkit. You have your outreach scripts. You have your portfolio template. You have your proposal templates that will help you to be ready to launch at the end of that. So I will pause now to show you what is possible. Okay, so let me stop sharing that. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can, right? Yes, you can. So this is TopTal. Um, you can come on here. I mean, you can try it by yourself. Can you see my screen? Yes, you can, right? You can apply as a freelancer. I'm not going to touch that because anybody who joins the program, we will work with you to help you set up, show you what to do, and then you can start applying as a freelancer. But let's look at some jobs that So that's the process. But let's look at what is possible. So these are the sort of jobs that you will see. Um, yeah. Um, no, sorry, I've clicked the wrong one. Let's see. So you will see things like project managers, so web project managers, mobile project management consultants, agile coaches, agile consultants. So all of these IT professionals, Jira experts, and all of that. So you look at that, Scrum project managers, program delivery managers, process design consultants, for those of you who have BA experience. So these are just examples of, what is possible. Or maybe you have marketing expertise. So you see these sort of roles they're looking for. They will hire social media marketers, event marketers, affiliate marketers, brand managers, SEO experts, copywriters, digital marketers, email marketers. Look at that. So these are the YouTube marketers. So if you've got social media management, so if you've got design, you're a designer, you've got UX, UI design experience, these are the sort of jobs that they will look for. Or maybe you're a developer, full stack development, front end development. So these are the type of, look at that. These are the kind of jobs that you can apply for whilst on TopTal. And this is just one example. I hope you guys can see my screen. Trevor, can you see my screen? So these are, yeah, so you just click on it. You will see the sort of people that have applied for jobs before. You see project management jobs here. Those of you who are, in fact, you can just come here and apply and put and set up your profile, and you can start, you can start applying. You can put your service out there and get your portfolio. So this is just one. There is people per hour, there is Fiverr and there's Contra, all of that, all of them. So see, that's a product manager. That is product manager. There's project manager. You see all of them, they have put their profiles up here. And anybody who wants to hire will come here. I can come here and say, I want to hire a talent. I will look here if I'm trying to hire a project manager. I would then decide, okay, maybe I want a project management consultant. So again, they would now showcase people different profiles. There you go. So that's a guy called Steven. He has freelance project management consultant, Erita. So these guys have put their profiles here. There you go. I bet a lot of you did never, and then it's global. So this is United States. There might be UK, that's Australia. There's United Kingdom there. Charlie is a freelance project manager. So you see that it is possible. I didn't make it up in case you think I was making it up. So these people are pitching themselves every day, and that could be you. So as we're rounding up, I want to invite you to our what we call our bootcamp to freelance intensive. So it is meant to run for Saturday and Sunday next weekend. So we have some people who have already signed up. They're just waiting to start. We invite you and then we send you to a WhatsApp group where we can start engaging with you and you will get on the call with us in Zoom. We work with you as a group to get your portfolio. We help you, we work with you to get your portfolio site developed. We look at what you should niche based on the skill and the experience that you have. I lead that and I will work with you to say, okay, based on what you have, this is what we look at. We do market research with you as a group, and we say, okay, we think this is what you should be selling on this freelance platform. And then we generate your one-page Gamma site, which is now your portfolio site. And that is something that you can begin to pin on any of these platforms. And then we set you up your profile. We give you templates on how you can send proposals because again, it needs to be very professionally done and all of that. So you get that across 8 hours. So 4 hours for Saturday and 4 hours for Sunday. And by the end of Sunday, you are a freelancer ready to start earning and gaining additional experience. What is the price? It is not for free. Now we have what we're calling the early bird ticket. So some people have already signed up, but they signed up at the standard 397. Trevor, you can drop the link. So if you want to get onto this intensive where we help you to launch your freelancing business, immediately you can start getting this. You can get the early bird ticket. If you sign up now, you get £100 off. Anybody who attended the last one and is here will see that the price was 397 and people have signed up. But for today, if you sign up, the link should be in the chat. You get £100 off. You can also spread it using Klarna. You can, split the fees using Klarna, which is 297 is nothing compared to the value that you will get at the end of this program. You will start your freelancing business, which is something you can be running on the side while you're applying for a job and you're gaining additional experience, but you have an additional income stream. You can decide that, you know what, I'm enjoying this thing too much. You know what, I will stop applying for these jobs because you start getting clients. You've done your first gig and it was good. Some people refer word of mouth, people refer people good jobs. They might say, oh, I worked with this person before. And you might move from TopTal to Upwork to People Per Hour to Fiverr, and you're getting income coming in and is able to even pay your bills more than what you're currently doing. So that is value. And the top on top of it is giving you experience. So if you click the link and you sign up today, you get £100 off and you will be added to the WhatsApp group from tomorrow to join the others. And Saturday is when we have the first 4 hours. Then Sunday we have, and you'll be done. By Sunday, you have your site launched, you have your profile set up, and you can start bidding for jobs. So the link is on there. Sign up today, you get £100 off the standard fees, and you can still pay with Klarna. Now, I'm going to be on the call to take any questions that you have. So let me talk about some fast action bonuses that anybody, the first 5 people. Now, I'm not taking too many people because I want to be able to help work with you during the group call. Now, if there's 20, 30 people, it will be too much. So I'm only taking between 8 and 10 people, and we already have some people signed up. So only 5, the first 5 people that sign up today will get the Klarna link to split the fees. You get £100 off, and you also get a one-to-one strategy 30 minutes call with me outside of the group program. What is that going to look like? It will mean, okay, you can ask more questions. We can look at your particular situation. So the first 5 people to get the link now will have the one-to-one, and we will check to see those that signed up, the first 5 people. Only the first 5 people will get this offer. So I'm going to go into the chat now and I will address any questions. Any other questions that you have about this, please put it down. So okay, I'm just seeing people that have come over 20 applications. I've had about eight responses and 3 interviews. Gideon, okay. So if there's any question, is there anyone here who would like to join the first 5 people? The link is on there. Please go ahead, click the link. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, what if one has no skill yet? So what do you mean, Dio? What do you mean by no skill? Maybe put it in the chats. There must be something you know. And again, I would like to know if you can unmute yourself and just tell me more about what you mean. Dio Olayinka. Yeah, so what's your position right now? You can unmute yourself really. What do you have? Have you done any, even if it is like capstone projects? Okay, security officer. So what are you looking to freelance? What do you think? You joined this call today for a reason, I'm sure. So apart from security officer, is there anything else that you have done? Because I'm sure there's nobody that doesn't have something that they can, they can offer, right? So if you don't have a skill, it's not all hope isn't lost. So maybe your next step should be what skill can I begin to pick up? What can I learn? Anybody can learn anything, and you don't need to go back to university. You don't need to spend years trying to pick up a skill. You can just spend, yeah. So again, I need to, if you could talk, I mean, it would be great to know your background, to because I can't tell you go here, go there. There are several, the market is very broad. So I need to know what your area of interest is. I need to know what anything that you are good at in order for you to say, okay, you have this, but then you need to start picking up other skills that you can market. So maybe one thing you can do is maybe go onto some of these freelance platforms and look for the type of jobs that they are looking for, the type of, skills that are the kind of jobs that are being advertised. And you look at the one that you think, oh, okay, this might be of interest. This is something that I could explore. And then you start picking up skills in that area. But you need to have something to offer. You need to have something to
Okay.
offer.
Okay.
Yeah?
So what really happened is that since been in the UK, I went for some training on a was it data analysis, but I tried so much with no avail to get a job with it. So since then, I just let go.
Hmm.
I've
So
been
you
to
have
about
you
3 or 4
well,
boot camps, and
so that's what you put together. So tell me the boot camps, what did you do? You said data analysis.
yes, and it's a long time. I just did alone, and something about all the skills is that as soon as you
If you
leave
don't
it, you
use
don't.
it.
The skills
Yeah.
also leave behind. Yes, so
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
That means that's just I'm
Yeah.
just
But
picked
it's
up. And
all
again,
hope is not. Yeah, go on. Tell me.
there are some other boot camps I also attended on one data governance something. That one
Mm,
just collected money, told us so many lies in the class, and we cannot even demonstrate it. Was
really.
using a big word to just fill the air, so you think he's teaching you something. It's empty. We paid a lot of
Mm,
money, 1,000 plus, to learn what is not nothing. He just
mm,
gave us one certificate that you cannot even demonstrate. So all these things are not skills you can really be proud of or you can showcase. If you do a
mm,
data governance class and you cannot even showcase, you cannot demonstrate the skill. So I don't believe in that. But the data analysis I did about three, boot camps, and I did some projects as well. But since I've
mm.
not been practicing,
How long ago was this?
so the data analysis,
Mm-hmm.
I think I did one in 2022, 2023, 2023,
3 years
thereabouts. So
ago.
I did those ones.
Mm.
Yes.
So, but let me just say to you, one thing is in life, you can't give up because something has not worked. You can pick it up again. I don't want to say join another boot camp, but you can um on your own, you can pick you worked on some projects. So you do a refresher. These days, there are so many, you can go on to LinkedIn Learning and just do a refresher. If you want to get into freelancing, you want to explore this, I would recommend
Okay.
that you get a refresher. If data analysis is something that maybe if you enjoyed it at the time and you still have those projects that you worked on, why don't you just pick those if you have notes and things that you've done? I don't know if they did a if you had like a portfolio. When you did it, was there like a portfolio that they helped you to
Yes, I
build?
did. I did some. I had some
Mhm.
portfolios then, so
Yeah,
I
so
did
it's
them
not
out.
the end. That's what I would say because I don't think there's anything that is completely lost. So what I probably would say is you just need to dust yourself up and say, okay, you know what? It's been a while, but there are so many videos that you can watch even on YouTube, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning to do a refresher. If data analysis is the one that you have spent time and you've got evidence of a portfolio, I would say maybe look at that, right? So that because you cannot go and pitch for freelancing platform with a skill that is not there, but you just need to get that refresher done, and then You put yourself, you get the portfolio together, and you start going again. So joining another bootcamp is not the solution, but it's just getting that refresher done so that you have
Okay.
evidence of that's what I would recommend.
All right. Thank you
Right?
very much.
Yeah. Okay, so who's joining us? Has anybody joined us today? So the link is there. We will during the this program, we're not going to, it's not a skills development one, it's just for someone who has something, you have a skill, you have some experience, and we work with you to help you start your freelancing business. So that would mean helping you to set up on any of the platforms. We work with you to look at different platforms. It may not just be one. So during that intensive, it's very intensive. So we will look at all the various freelancing platforms that are there and look at the one that is best suited. So let me know if there's anyone here. I have an Upwork and Fiverr account, but let them go because I wasn't getting clients. With that, I have learned today. I'm ready to go back. Okay, that's good. So, how long were you on Upwork for, Paul and Fiverr? How long were you on there for? If you can put it in the chat. Any more questions? Anyone who is joining us? 5 years now. So, when did you get off it? Like, how long were you on it before you decided that you weren't getting clients? It looks like people are joining at 7:30. So, how long were you on Upwork before you gave up? Let's say, yeah, before you gave up hope. How long did you try for? So you never got one client. No. Okay. So that fee is nothing compared to what we will know, what the value we get. So what will happen is, Paul, you can split it. So it's a Klarna link. Klarna allows you to split it into three installments. Klarna allows you to split it into three installments. So when you click on it, you will see Klarna, you will see pay but with Klarna. Um, and Klarna allows you, I'm just clicking it. So 297 is nothing compared to the value you get. So when you click on Klarna, it will now help you to split it. I don't want to go in. So you see, you pay yes, three installments of £99 is nothing compared to the value that you will get if you really want to make a change. So the first five people to take the early bird offer will get it at 297. But then it goes back to 397 after today. But the Klarna link allows you to spread it to three installments of £99. You can click the link now. Let me see any other. Okay, so click the link and then after the first five people, we will stop taking the early bird ticket. Right. Okay, so I think some people were joining at 7:30. I was wondering if it was because of the mix-up in the time. Yeah. So is there anyone who just joined now because they thought it was 7:30? If that's you, please put it in the chat because we have just rounded up. It was 6 to 7:30, but I think there was a mix-up. If you have just joined now because you thought it was 7:30, can you just say yes or yes if you just joined so that we can decide if we want to run it quickly through. Uh, and those who have been on since 7 o'clock, sorry, since 6 o'clock, oops, sorry. You can, if you're not joining us, please feel free to drop off. This is where we end the free training. Not sure what's going on now. Yeah, so you can drop off. Okay, let me stop sharing because I'm not seeing. I'll just stop sharing so I can see the chat properly. Anyone who has any questions can stay on, but if you're not joining, please feel free. This is where we come to the end. For those who joined at 6 o'clock, Okay, someone said, okay, sorry, I'm just reading the questions now. Uh, oh yeah, okay. So we have, well, we started at 6 o'clock. So if we'll just stay on for another 5 or so minutes because we know that some people thought it was 7:30. We did start at 6:15 and we have just rounded up. So anybody who's staying on is because they want to join. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so we're opening the early bird ticket to the first 5 people who want to join us next week. The link is in the chat. You can grab it now. So what I would probably do is wait if we have more people joining. If we have more people joining, maybe because of the seventh, oh, sorry, because of the 7:30 mix up. Trevor, can you repost the link? It's not letting me for some reason. Okay, it's there now. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. We end it here. Anybody who's joining us, that's the link to join and get the free, sorry. Okay. If you're joining us, go ahead and click the link. Um, so what I'll do is probably give another 5 or so minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just in case there are people joining because they thought it was 7:30. So I'm just going to mute myself and we just wait for another maybe 10 minutes. And if people join, then maybe we'll just run it quickly through again. But anybody else who has already been on, you are free to, if you don't have any more questions about the program, it is starting on the 28th, which is next week, Saturday and Sunday. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to ask your questions. So we'll just mute for another 10 minutes to wait for others to join in case they're joining. So we'll end. Paul, okay, I'm just seeing that name. I didn't see that name before. Paul, did you join towards the end or have you just joined? Were you part of it? I didn't see your name before. Oh, I think you were. I think you asked a question. I think you did. Just going up to look at the question, the chat box, see if there's any. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna wait another 5 minutes and then we can end the call. Any questions, Paul? And who else? Okay, it's just okay. That's good. So what is your area of interest, Paul, or your skill set? Graphics designer. So have you been freelancing before? Okay, I think we'll just give it one more minute. No. Paul Anebi, have you okay. Right. Okay, so 7:35, I think we will close the Zoom call now. And we will send the recording and email out to anyone who's registered so they can take advantage of this early bird offer that we have. And this is where we'll round up for today. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.